Teegan Perry intentionally set the fire to force out Lauren and let the AW organization take over the property.
That's surprising. You say it was intentional?
Yes, I believe it was, and I believe that. Because anything less than intentional would mean people conspired to withhold information about who was responsible.
And who might that be? May?
I couldn't say definitively who knew what and when.
Well, if it is May, then she will also be held responsible for obstruction.
Judge, did you ever interview May? Get a statement from her? Anything on record?
Well, not exactly.
So you just assumed she was guilty of the crime without even speaking with her?
A case needed to be built.
There was no case, because you never needed to make one. You thought she was guilty, and so you treated her accordingly.
Miss True, I ask that in this office you treat me with respect.
You deserve as much respect as I'm currently giving you, Judge.
Nancy, maybe we should...
You made this poor girl's life a living nightmare because of something she did when she was young. She was a kid, Your Honor. Her entire life molded and built and destroyed by an event she barely remembers. Can you imagine what that does to someone? Can you imagine what that does to her family? To her friends?
Well, that is a bit unfair.
You know, this town has a history of judges behaving without sound jurisprudence. And I would expect that after 300 years, you would be able to right that wrong.
Perhaps. You have a point. But my concerns are not unfounded. You think Jason is a screw-up now? What would have happened if he had been friends with her?
He is friends with her, Judge.
What? How's that possible? I thought at least I would know.
A judge is supposed to judge people on their actions alone, not the people they call their friends. I just hope you remember that when you sentence Jason, because his crimes aren't imagined. They're real, and they deserve real punishment.
I just wanted to say I'm sorry.
For what?
We always promised that a secret was the most important thing in the world, and we would never break it. And I did.
You saved my life. If Nancy hadn't found me, well...
I'm going to be gone. For a while. I really screwed up.
Still, I know who you are. There's a good person hidden below this pretty boy exterior.
Come on.
You may go away, but that good part never will.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everything okay?
What do you think?
Guess that's kind of to be expected.
So, ready to leave yet?
But I just got here.
Not the house. Salem. You always wrap up your cases in a nice bow to run off for the next one the day after, don't you?
This time, I might actually take that vacation.
Doesn't sound like your style. But if you say so. Look, we had our moments during the past few days. In the end, you cleared May's name. So thanks.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure to help.
Ugh, that attitude just kills me. You did get my other cousin convicted, though. That wasn't really what we agreed on.
I'm sorry, but any crime committed has to be brought into the light. It was for the best.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you keep saying things like that. But one day, this whole justice attitude of yours will come back to bite you.
If it does, I'll be ready for it. about how things went down with Teegan, but
You said you were going to break the cycle. I hope you're happy with yourself. Another case closed, right?
her intentions might have been good, but she still broke the law. I do think she realized her mistake, though. I'm sure she regrets doing it and will come back a better person.
Well, it's over now, so I don't have to put up with you anymore. And I almost thought you could be trusted. Just leave me alone.
Hey there. How are you holding up?
I can't believe Alicia would do this. I trusted her, you know? Things would have been really bad if you hadn't exposed her for who she is.
I'm sorry. You couldn't have known.
You have no idea how relieved I am that you found the will. The house is badly damaged, but at least I get to stay in the only home I've ever known.
I'm just glad I could help. The house is rightfully yours.
And who do we have here? If it isn't the insightful red-headed witch herself.
I thought you were the only real witch around here.
There's always room for another witch in the coven, Nancy Drew. And I have to say, someone with your magical insights, clairvoyance even, would make a great fit.
I have always wanted to ride on a broom. Would make it easier to get an overview of crime scenes.
Nancy, so glad you're here.
Of course. I wouldn't miss the party after all we went through.
Hey, shouldn't you ask her? You know, the thing we talked about.
Oh, yeah, right. So, Nancy, the thing we talked about before? Have you thought about it? Starting a detective agency, I mean.
The Hardys and Drew Detective Agency. Has a nice ring to it, no?
Guys, I don't know.
Oh, sorry, your name can be placed first, of course. If that helps persuade you.
I'm gonna have to think about it. I got it. Ready? Austria. Yeah, I know I was just there, but I didn't really get to enjoy it much. I feel like there's a lot more exploring left to do there. Did you know Schönbrunn Palace has 1,440 rooms? Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can stay there. I'm sure we could find something close by. Yes, I promise. No cases this time. Just the two of us.